Alright everyone, it's time for another garden update. It actually just started sprinkling a little bit, so I don't know. I'm not going to fear the rain or anything. You can see my one Brussels sprout that came up. It's doing well, so I guess I'll get a good meal of Brussels. Lots of beet action going on. The roots are starting to expand more rapidly now that the greens are sort of fleshed out. Lots of the Swiss chard. I'm going to pick it down again probably, I'd say tomorrow, and maybe cook some off, steam it. What I do is I separate the stem and leaf parts because they taste different, put them in layers in the steamer. Just a little bit of salt in there. You can put a dash of pepper if you want and maybe a bit of butter. Oh my God, it's good. Turnips are huge. The harvest of those will begin within a day or two. I want to make steak and then cook some turnip off in it, but the thing is I got to wait till other people are inclined to eat steak too. Nice, marinated all day basically. There's these cabbages. Big. By the way, you can see Ronald McDonald's cock over here. Look at that. That's a pumpkin zucchini hybrid, I believe. I don't think those are edible, but, you know, picked one, we'll try it. Peppers. Green bell. 3 sweet banana peppers. Those would be tasty. Turn those into pepperoncinis, maybe. I can't remember what kind this is. I think this was an ancho. And I don't remember this one. I got like 6 different kinds of peppers, but I can't remember which is which, so it's a problem. I know that one in the middle is a ghost pepper. That one was a little bit peaked, but now it's greening up nicely now that I've fertilized it double. These are the regular zucchini, and you can see there's a lot of zucchini on them. 4 good ones there. That one will be ready to harvest. Some people harvest them when they're that size. I wait till they're big. I don't mind it. I like it. I'm going to be harvesting tea probably later today or tomorrow. That one has like 5 or 6 on it actually. So a couple good strong zucchini plants. This sunflower is now 6'6" or so. So it'll be an 8-footer at least. It's got a few more weeks of solid growing. I came out and fertilized earlier with nettle water, azomite, a whole cup of that, and the kelp meal. Gave everything a good soaking because for the next 2 days it's going to feel like 100 degrees. Massive heat wave for 2 or 3 days. You see lots of tea in training all over the place, and it's unstoppable. There's a monarch butterfly out there that you won't be able to see, unfortunately. Hopefully it makes caterpillars. I want to be able to photograph one for you. Those collards look good. I'm waiting on them, though. I like it when they get bigger and they actually get a little bit more vegetable flavored, as opposed to a little bit more crisp and, if it makes any sense, kale-like earlier on in the year to me. So I'll get a good couple of cookings off that. You serve that with the steak. What you do is you marinate the steak all day. You take that marinated sauce and you put it in with the turnips that you've mostly cooked through. Cook them off really, really high for a couple minutes. Even roast them a little bit. Get them a little bit charred on the outside. It's amazing. And then you cook up the collards. Some people cook it with vinegar. I just use a lot of butter and salt. That's how I cook them. And see, this is going to have squash pretty soon. This is a blue Hubbard. And these carrots are gigantic. And look, Nicotiana. Those are blooming now. That's about to bloom. Those are protecting all the squash. This one carrot here, for some odd reason, is doing like the flowery stalk thing. Now, carrots are biennials. They're not supposed to do that till the 2nd year. I have no clue how that's being accomplished, but it's not going to change the edibility, I guess. We've got a whole forest of chives and herbs over here. You can see my nice absinthe herb. Lots of chives. Those will be split up into twice as many plants next year too. I just want a whole patch of chives, like enormous numbers. Chives and tea, other perennials. There's that oregano there that doesn't taste as good as the other kind. That one zucchini here. This one has its fruits sort of snipped off repeatedly. There's beans galore. That's a whole patch. You can see the hostas are getting ready to flower as well. That'll be nice. More tea in training. Fucking mustard everywhere. More Nicotiana literally pushing up through the mulch. Even the mulch won't stop it. It's insane. These are starting to go by. As I said before, you can see these pods, they're starting to dry out. These are getting ready to actually release seeds, and I'll capture all of them. That's a really nice color. I like the sort of coral colored ones that are not quite pink. And then this, yep, that's a poppy. A very, very mutated one with enormous numbers of petals. This one's nothing to laugh at either. Look at all of the vestigiality there. And then here's one that's pure white. more or less. Actually, that is, well, I finally got one that has none of the red and pink alleles, I guess. There's a wide variety of genetics going on here. These just sort of, ooh, that's an interesting one. I've never seen that coloration before either. Corn poppies are very interesting. Yeah, definitely Charles Darwin would have had fun with them. I don't think we would have had a theory of evolution. We would have had a theory of chaos at that point. The sedum is getting ready. That's going to be covered. You can see that hosta there's already got its little flowers out. There's more peppers in here. I think this one is a jalapeno, if I remember correctly, or something. And then that one I think it's flanked by a couple of bells. These are loaded down with beans. Oh man, this would be tasty. I mean, look at that. Some of them are starting to get big. Again, some people pick the beans when they're little like that. I don't understand why. It's like if you cook them properly, it's going to taste good, you know, no matter how long you let it go for, until it starts getting brown or something. Look at that nice herb bed. I love the contrast with the blue and also the purple with the white, and then the nice herby green color. And the alyssums in there too. And also the cilantro, that's going by now. I'm just going to let it flower though. I mean, there's no reason not to. These cucumbers are getting bigger. You can see. Cucumba. Yes. Pickles in training. More cucumbers. Yes. I'm going to eat them all. Some people eat fresh cucumber. I'm like, why? Makes me sick to my stomach. And the artichoke. And the Mad Hatter has little flowers starting right on top. If it'll focus. Yeah, there we go. It'll produce. It just they won't be as big, but I think those are little peppers anyway. They're only like the size of a golf ball, I think. Whereas, you know, a bell pepper, it'll get huge if you let it. Sweet bananas, they can get a foot long. Yeah. All the mustards. I mean, everything's like flowering. There's all sorts of little things. Even vegetables can flower. And since it's, you know, pretty much organic, definitely a happy place for all the little bugs to be. There are, by the way, peaches up on the peach tree on top, but they're not ready yet. They won't be ready until probably the first week of August or thereabouts. It's usually about when? A couple more weeks, and, you know, that fruit. I don't know how I'm going to get it. I'm going to have to use probably a net and then the pole saw, I guess. Sort of snip them off. Either that or I can get a nice long ladder. I'll call the fire department as a joke and say, oh, cat's up in a tree, and then I'll be like, no, it's actually peaches, but I'll give you some for free if you'll help me harvest them. I wouldn't do that, but, you know, I'll think about it. Nice tall plant. By the way, this dill, just being near it, you can smell it. I just want to rub it all over me. Oh, it's like the best thing ever. That's about all. Peace out.